Hey everybody, it's Gary, and today I just wanted to kind of talk about the campaign that's going on with Dave Schumann and his Kill Merlin game. Now, just a little bit of background. Um, Dave has already launched Kickstarter, and it's actually winding down towards the tail end of the campaign. Uh, I'm running a promo for him this week to try to gather leads and potentially make a few pre-order sales. And going into the last week of his campaign, I'm gonna go back through the leads that are gathered and try to encourage them and knock them off the fence and get them to pre-order the game. But that being said, let's look at some of the ads. Let's look at the process that I go through to run the campaign on my end, and also the results that we're seeing, and talk a little bit about um, the results and what it means and how we might adjust moving forward. So everyone sees my Facebook ad account, which I have set up on my end, and right now we're looking at the ads for Dave's campaign. Now there are three. One of them, this one, this blue, is currently running, with the other two being inactive. The reason there are two that are inactive is because I was actually testing the results and decided that they weren't as good as some of the other ones. Um, Earlier in the week, I had the budget set to 5 just to test things out. And now that I can kind of see how traffic is flowing through, as well as the conversion rates, I bumped it up to 20 to see if this will increase results as I expected to. Um, so the first one, the first promo ad was a video, and the video is the minute 24-second video that's on his Kickstarter campaign, basically kind of promoting the game, and it's got cute music to start, followed by kind of like a actiony overview of how the game works. Here's the text. Here's the sales copy. I tried to focus on the value of the game in terms of how fun it is, how engaging, how people love it. I don't really talk about the type of game it is or the mechanics, because for the most part, people want to know if a game's going to be fun first before they even care about what type of game it is. Um, Now, there are two ways to kind of think about this. We can either say this is a strategy game with a set mechanic, so say worker placement or card deck building, or we can focus on the fun, the emotional aspects of why people play games, which is fun, uh, engaging, things, keywords like that. I chose the latter because when I was trying to figure out like exactly what kind of game mechanic is the predominant mechanic for Kill Merlin, it seems like it's kind of up in the air. So and a lot of them I didn't really quite it didn't really catch my eye as to one that would really jump out at most people. So I shied away from that, went with the emotional side instead, which almost always works, right? So if you can't use a keyword that really captures people, then go with the emotional side. All right, so I opted for the emotional side. Very small amount of text, as little as possible to strike up as much curiosity as possible. Um, I say it's one of the most raved about games. Um, I emphasize as a limited time offer. Don't miss your chance. And also the headline is something to the effect of critics are raving about this news, about this wacky strategy game. The key is to create as much curiosity as possible in order to get people curious about what the content is about. So I make sure that people can see the word free all over the place. Free is a great keyword to use, especially if it is free, um, so that it captures people's attention. All right. but it was a copy with a video, and then I went with copy uh, copy without video, and this time just a picture of Merlin and the title. And that conversion rate actually dropped significantly. Um, I'm actually somewhat curious as to why, because the video, when I looked at it, most people didn't really. I don't know why. Let's see. Out of the columns. Let's see. Where are the videos? Videos. I want to videos. Okay. So as you can see here, there were a lot of people who viewed the video for 3 seconds. Most only watch an average of 7 seconds, which if you actually watch a video, 7 seconds is barely out of the intro music and hardly even got they hardly even get to the point where the gameplay actually starts getting shown. And this is very consistent with Facebook ad video guidelines. Is you want something that captures people's attention in 10 seconds or less. With a video of 84 seconds, unless something really catches their eye in the first 10 seconds, the video is not usually not going to outperform images. However, in this case, the results were ass backwards. Not quite sure why. Not really. Not It doesn't really matter because different situations will work differently. There's no hard science or formula to this. You just got to test and try, which is what I did. So the third one, I combined, or yeah. So let's look at the second one again. On the second one, I have a much shorter sales copy. It is much shorter than the other one. So it didn't convert as well. So there were two variations here. There's the sales copy difference, and then there's the video to image difference. So in this case, on the third one, which I have running now, I have the shorter sales copy. I modified it a little bit from the second one, but I used the video again, and this time it's converting. It's converting better. You can see in the cost per result is going down because I'm getting more. I'm getting more clicks fast. I'm getting clicks faster, getting results faster. Um, a little bit better conversion, and so I'm now opting for the third one. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing in terms of what I'm doing here is getting more clicks over to the landing page. So the landing page is at GameBooster.clickfunnels.com, go Merlin promo. So this is where they land. And it starts with the opt-in form. So whenever people get to the sales page or get to the opt-in page, I want them to go to the and point their eyes straight at the opt-in, right? And here quickly talks about what you get and says this is limited time offer. Take advantage of it soon. If people scroll past this, then we want to start talking a little bit more about the game, because what happens with most people, I think a lot of people don't realize is if you talk too much, if you give people too much information, they zone out, and most people will act on something that they don't completely understand anyways, strangely enough. So putting the opt-in form first gives the vast majority of people the opportunity to opt in, which is what we want. We want them to opt in. That's the action that we want them to do. Only if they scroll past it to get more information do I actually start showing them, hey, this is a wacky strategy game, fun for the whole family, jam-packed with personality. I start telling them about the benefits of the game. Critics are raving about it. Again, I don't talk too much about what it is or how it's played, not my job. My job is to show them how fun it is, how great it will be for them. So I also give them a little jab here, enter for your chance to win. If they still don't, bite, I go into a little bit about the gameplay, show them the board, um, right? So that's the next thing. Again, enter for your chance to win. Previews and reviews. Let's throw some critics at them. Some more information, right? And then finally, the last one, last chance. Here's one to rule. Here's your chance. Win a free Kickstarter edition of Kill Merlin. And that's it. That's the opt-in page. The next page would be the sales page, which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to screw with the stats too much. But that being said, here are the results. So when I look at results, I care about the link clicks because that's the number of clicks that are going to the opt-in page, and that's basically eyeballs that are getting put on the lead capture page. I compare that with reach. Reach is the number of people that see it. Now, impressions are higher than reach because the same people may see it twice or more. So I go with reach. So 41, let's see, where's the calculator? So 41 divided by 1366. So that's a 3% click-through rate, which is pretty good. It's not 6% like I'm getting with my other free campaigns, but I think the 3% difference comes from the fact that Dave's not nearly as well known as, say, a tiny epic game, which gets hundreds of thousands of dollars backing on Kickstarter every single time they release something. So that 3% easily explained away. What I'm excited about, however, is the results. So results is number of people opting into the lead page, which according to Facebook, this ad got 11 out of 41, which is close to 25%, better, 26.8%. The first version got 17 divided by 79, 21.5%. Now, if you do the math, 79 divided by 2208, so 79 clicks over 2,200 people, that was a 3.5% conversion rate. However, the results were a little bit lacking in terms of it has better click-through rate, but it had less conversion rate. I like conversion rate more than I like click-through rate, and the click-through rate is close enough that it's sort of negligible. So and based on the cost per result, I'm able to get more results for less money with the third ad than I am with the first ad. So that kind of justifies my change to opt for conversion rate, meaning once they click through, do they opt in? I opt for conversion rate over click-through rate. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, let's look at the stats inside ClickFunnels. So this one, actually, let's talk about the opt-in first. So opt-in, I had two versions. I was A/B testing the results here, but the cool thing is it's actually getting 44.29% opt-ins. So when people come to our landing page, almost half of them will sign up for the free offer, right? And the free offer is you can get a free copy of Kill Merlin, or if you already backed the game, you can get an upgrade up to the 199 pledge level for free. The game itself is 49. So that's pretty cool. Uh, so 44.29% of people will convert and opt for the free offer. The concerning part for me is, and really for Dave too, is this. So this one here is actually my testing. So this doesn't even count. Of the 28 people that have come through, none of them have opted to pre-order. There's a very good reason why. There are several good reasons for this. Number one, Dave is not well known enough. So to draw to push people to pre-order the game falls solely dependent on their knowledge, their familiarity with either the designer or the game or both. In this case, they don't know the designer, so probably the game. But the game itself also relatively unknown compared to many others, so they're not quite sold to want to pre-order the game, especially when considering the offer. So I'm going to not look at the page in the page as it is live, but let's look at the offer as it is here on in the editor. Okay. So basically here's the offer. If you pre-order Kill Merlin now, we're gonna give you the $199 upgrade and give you early access to the game. So Dave has a game reviewer edition of Kill Merlin, which you can print and deliver by Christmas 2018. So get it much sooner, and they still get the Kickstarter edition of the game anyways, followed by the $199 upgrade. I think the reason why people aren't biting is two things. One, they don't know the game and Dave. But two, the offer is not strong enough. People tend to gravitate towards action that will perform an action that you want them to if there's a strong enough incentive. So often when we're talking about offers for internet marketing, we're talking about giving them something in hopes of them thinking, well, this is about more getting that something is more valuable than me keeping this money. So in this case, they got their thought process is, so if I get the game reviewer edition of the game by Christmas, but it's not the full version, I don't really know about it, so playing it sooner rather than later. I mean, who knows if it's going to be good, right? I'm thinking as the person looking at this offer here. And then if I put in $59 now, so it's 49 plus $10 shipping, then that's $59 I got to put in. I don't get the actual game till August 2019. Again, I don't know much about it or Dave. I may not care much about Merlin. We're having a figurine. I've not seen the figurine, first of all, so that's another drawback. And putting my name in the rule book. Some people think it's really cool, others not so much. I think that overall the offer is fairly weak. So there's not enough incentive for people to pull the trigger and just wait for the full release come August 2019. So here's the deal. We know that the offer is converting well. 44% is tremendous, all right? A lot of times when we talk about internet marketing, if we get like say 25% conversion rate, that is considered to be like astronomical. 44% is great. This is not the best that I've been able to do. However, 44% is still incredibly high. So the opt-in offer is great. People are opting in for it. The the sales capture offer is what's concerning, and so this is the point I want to make as we move along this process of working with each other, not just you developing games and then relying on me to market it for you and sell it for you. We need to work together sooner so that we can we can design a package that will eventually, when it comes time for me to market and sell your game, there is a strong incentive for people to want to pull the trigger and buy your game. And I think that for gaming, one of the great things that you can do is to offer print and plays, right? Electronic copies of print and plays, so that people can print it and play it sooner rather than later. As soon as they pre-order, boom, we deliver that. They can print it, they can play it, enjoy it. And if we offer it as a 30-day money-back guarantee, where, hey, if you print it and play it and you don't want it, then we'll give you your money back, that's an even stronger incentive for them to pull the trigger. The thing is, you're going to have some freeloaders and that will take advantage of you. But for the most part, unless your game is crap, you're only going to see about 1 to 2% of people actually doing that to you. So you still retain a lot of the revenue. But having that strong incentive of, oh, I can get something right now, and oh, I can get money back if I truly don't want it, then that is a supremely strong incentive for people to pull the trigger and part ways with their money. In this case, if something like that existed for Dave, I bet we would have quite a bit of pre-order sales. But that being said, this ability to offer a free print and play version of the game, that has to be planned ahead of time, because you want to be able to do that and have that ready at the end of your artwork and graphic design process. Dave has already passed that, so creating something right now would be pretty costly, time consuming for him. But if you were to already plan it throughout the whole process, you can already have a document pretty much in development and made as soon as your artwork and graphic design work is done, and voila, you have a PDF where people can print off and play. So that is the me showing you the work that's being done behind the scenes to help market and expand Dave's game's reach, and also what we can do moving forward to make sure that we ensure a strong marketing and sales channel when it comes time to be able to do that. All right, so that's it. Post any comments you might have down in the comment box below, or questions, and let's talk about this. Thanks, guys. Bye.